Good timing, sorry Dev. Bonjour, hi. Welcome to the stream. Let's bring the mic closer so you can hear me. Yay! How are you? How is everybody? I have full energy today. It will be a fun stream. I'm very excited to be streaming today. We continue to work on the 2D6 dungeon app. We'll get into detail pretty soon, kind of like recap and everything. I'm cooking bread, baking bread. So I will have to, I'll have to get out for like a few seconds here and there, but it's a 2-hour stream today. It will be fun. And happy to see you, Sorry Dev. Happy. How was your week, my friend? How was it? Let me change stream so we can get started. So today, like I was saying, we work on the 2D6 dungeon app. It's a companion app. I will put the link in the chat. Boom. It's a companion app of a game. It was written in books, so it's a dice and paper game. So you roll the dice and draw the map and build your own adventure. It's a really kind of like Dungeon and Dragon style kind of things, but it is on its own rules, set of rules. So it's just because Dungeon and Dragon is well known, but it's not a Dungeon and Dragon. So I bought this, I had a lot of fun with it, and I was like, oh, I would love to play, but like on a digital version. So I'm kind of like building a companion app. It won't be like a full game by itself. You still need the book, but it will help so you could play with the tablet and like have a digital version. So like you could play on the couch or maybe in the car or like, you know, in the bed. I don't know, but like, so you don't need like a full table and a pen and stuff. So it will be a little bit easier to play. That's the goal of it. And we've been progressing a lot on that game. So like this is how it looks. Like this is the combat screen. It's not the finite version. I was kind of like building section of the game that thought could be a challenge in terms of technology or like how do I do this in Blazor and stuff like that. So currently, it's a web application. I intend to make it a mobile application so people can play on a tablet. I don't know, like when we get there, we get there, but I'll probably use the .NET MAUI hybrid. No, is it hybrid? I think there's another .NET MAUI Blazor. I forgot the name of it. But you could just embed like a website inside of it, and then like I will have to manage synchronizing like a database or something like that. But I think it will be very interesting, but not today. Today, what we are working on is here. It's issue 7. So 77. There's 7 issues, but we're working on the 77, and we need to move doors because everything is random. When you play on paper, you position everything. But like I said, I was trying to make it a little bit easier on like the operation when you play digital. So I place the the door randomly around the door, like following the rules in the book, randomly position doors in your room. But sometimes the location make it so, like for example, if we are building that new room, that new white room here, it will be hard to position because like if I'm getting through this door, I should get out of that door, but then like the room will overlap with the other room. So in this case, in the book, it's just like, you know, like if you were about to decide where they go. So that's why we are making it so like we could move the door. So we did that on the last stream. You know, if I where is my sound effect?
On Frank's channel.
Exactly, Jeff. What did we Too much energy. Only one coffee. Do you want to know the brand of my coffee? On the last stream, we kind of finish, like it's not that pretty, but it's functional. But right now we could move the door and there's no limit. Sorry. So what we need to do now, GT Thumb is here. I wish I had like a animation for you guys, just like a Code Rush. All the animation. So last stream, what I said, it was like it's working, but it would be nice to have some kind of validation so we can move the door but stay in the limits of our wall, right? Because we don't want to move the door out of the limitation of the door. Like we shouldn't, otherwise it would be weird. So I think we could add this today. Touch wood. Shouldn't be too difficult. And after that, what I would like to try, I got back my Copilot. Not sure if I share. Did I share on last stream? What was the problem with Copilot? Why I lost Copilot? I think one thing we can work on also today maybe is this menu here that is beside the map. It would be cool if it could float and follow us. So like when we are on the map and the bottom of the map, we don't have to scroll up and down all the time. So maybe we could use Copilot to do that for us, because I'm not that great with like CSS or JavaScript, and I think it involves client code. So we could ask Copilot to do that for us. In fact, I could even ask, I think, here and assign it to. Can I assign it to Copilot? Or maybe I didn't enable it, or maybe I don't have that feature. Development, code with Copilot agent mode. Yeah, I think that's what it is, right? No, that's suggestion. I know you can, or maybe it's this. I know there's a way to have Copilot do all the work. Now let me catch up with the chat. So Serdev was saying, last week was great. Was in Scotland all week. Oh yeah, it's true, you were taking vacation. Are you back? This week I've been a bit busy and lazy at the same time. I like the sound of that, Serdev. How was yours? Any news from job on the front? So this week for me was a lot of interviews. I don't like to say too much until it's done. I'm superstitious on that way, but a lot of interviews. I think it went well. It's hard to know. You know, when some interviews it's a fit, like they just want to kind of chit chat, see how you react to some questions, stuff like that. You don't know what's happening in the other's head, right? So I don't know. I think it was nice. Like I had the presentation to do. I think it was fun, and even had fun preparing for that interview. So I may do some content about it because I thought it was nice. But my status didn't change. I'm still looking for a job. My wife and daughter are supposed to coming back, so that will be cool. The house will be feeling it more like my wife. My daughter will go back to her home, but I'm assuming that she will stay a few days here. But yeah, who's landing today? I tried only once today and didn't land. Of course, the digital. Oh. That's not fair. I got pushed away by code by mistake. Code by mistake pushed me away. Unacceptable. I will. Did you land, GT? You're so lucky at that game. It's incredible. You're so lucky at that game. Finally. Oh, was it you? No, it's you. You always land, right? There's you and Mr. Magoo, I think. No, Mr. Magoo says he's always the biggest. Well, last week, yeah. Oh, welcome to the club. It's like that all the time for all of us. Kogo Mistake was going to be my stream name. Oh, that's good. Well, Triple B also like served that vibe a little while. Mistake were made or something like that. Like that was kind of his quote or his thing. So enough blah blahing. I don't have a lot of news. I didn't create any content or share anything, or I play a little bit of Enshrouded. That's my game I play these days, and I read books and prep for my interview. So nothing super exciting in terms of like content or community or whatever. I didn't code that much, except for like prepping for my my stuff. So let's look at the, I think, okay, so you know what, before we start coding, let's just run it just to make sure to know like what's happening when, just to refresh. And for the people who see this app for the first time, I'll hold them. So it's a Blazor, so it's written in .NET. It's a Blazor application, so web. Blazor is a type of, is it the framework? I think it's a framework. So like it's a type of web application that the way you structure your code with the front end and the back end. The beauty of it from a C# point of view, C# developer, is everything is in C#, so you don't have to do JavaScript, or like you're not supposed to, or the minimum. Everything is pushed to the limit. Everything stay in C#, so it's good when you are a C# developer. So the app is done where we have a database, a relation database. I'm using MySQL just because I thought it was fun. There's no other reason than that. It's running in a container here, and I use Aspire to run the application locally. And Aspire is just a tool that simplify a lot the way an application works locally by creating all those containers when you need. So you just say, hey, I want a database, and it will create a database. That connection string will be then injected into your application, so you don't have to look at the connection. And like if you have different APIs, all those URL, all those component will be interconnected automatically. So it really simplifies stuff. So I'm running in containers. We have an API, a CRUD API, so create, read, update, delete type of API on top of our database. And we use that was automatically created by the Data API Builder. It's an open source project. And the friendly name is Dab. Oh, let me go bigger for you. There it is. So it's Dab. Very cool open source project. If you're interested, I can talk a lot about that. I love this open source project. And then finally, so all of that is running, and in Aspire, this is the Aspire dashboard that kind of like deploy everything, inject the connection string, the password, the code everywhere. Hey, McNet. Hello. Welcome aboard. Nice to see you again. So we could have a look. So this is our app. Oh, and it's bread time. So I will get back to you in just a few minutes. Sorry about that. Bonjour. Hi. Okay, and I'm back. Someone landed. Baking bread. He need. No, I'm cooking. I'm baking them, not making it. So, in 20 minutes, I will have to get the last batch out of the oven. Ooh, I was running. All good, all good. Hugh Digital Friend and GT Sum landed again. Damn it. Damn it. The digital friends try to drop, but it's too early. And nope. And no. And no. Did I miss any chat? But honestly, thank sorry, I have to say, because I think you were the only one when I shared that. So yes, I'm baking bed this morning, mostly done. And like I said, 20 minutes, it will be done. I bake the first batch pre-stream, and like the second one was not done yet when the stream starts. So I'll finish that. So in 20 minutes, I will get the bread out of the oven. If you're interested, I think I can take a picture and show you. Okay, so this is a game. So there's no game right now, so we can create a new adventure. Let's create a new, because I'm not sure I created those user correctly. Those are, my voice is, Fuel is here. Hello, hello. Fresh, warm, oh yeah, it's smelling amazing this morning.
Oh, hi.
Survival techniques. What do you mean, magnets? Like baking bed the survival way? It's sourdough. So yeah, so like I'm saying, like those two users were creating like with seed data, but I'm not sure they are okay. Because I think the adventurer, like that's the class, or I think it evolved. So I'm not sure like there's everything there. So let's create a new one. Let's take create Kevin B.
Hi. How are you today?
TBD is here. Hello, my friend. How are you? How are you? I saw you were streaming earlier today. So let's create this. So the way it works, you create your weapon, then you need to set two maneuver.
Hi. How are you today?
I love that Sturdy Dev can welcome people with his own voice. That's wonderful. Then you pick an armor piece. Let's go with, I never picked that one. A high doublet. What's a doublet? I don't know what it is. And a magic scroll. I like mental whip. So we'll take that one. So you save your adventurer. You save your adventurer. What is happening? You save your adventure. Is there any error? Oh, interesting. That was weird. What is happening? We have errors. I want to see the logs. So there are errors on timeout. That's weird. You know what? Let's do a hard refresh. Oh, why am I? Oh, that's fine. What I was working on. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's not true. I did code a little bit. I was saying earlier I didn't code this week, but it's not true. I did code a bit. I'm working on... I think it's cloak key. Yeah. Key cloak. Key cloak. So I saw that there was one project that I have. Well, in fact, there's a few projects that I have they're built for me. And right now they are in Azure. I could run there. I just feel like I did it because, you know, like doing so, like deploy to Azure. So I walk the talk, try those technology and stuff like that. But like I'm one user. So I think it's like I don't need the cloud, so they could be running on my local computer. So entity and stuff like that, I still want them secure and stuff like that. So, and I found Keycloak. What I did was I made my application use Keycloak as a login, and I'm deploying it locally. And but when you deploy locally, like you need to be in production, not using the dev settings. So I'm working on that, but it works really great. I will definitely try to make content. They announced a lot of rain tomorrow, so maybe I will work on that tomorrow. Probably off stream because I'm shy. But it's very interesting. So if you don't know, I know TBD you have. Look at Keycloak Multi. Also, you did look at it. Well, with Aspire, it was really easy locally. You just say add Keycloak, but like there's a lot in preview right now. But it is part of the community framework for Aspire. And there was one demo during build done by Jeremy Lickness. Lickness. But like he had some technical issue, not his computer, but like the bandwidth, so we couldn't always see what he was doing. But yeah, interesting nevertheless. Okay, let's hard refresh this. Let's try again to see if we can create. It's not working well, right? Okay, you know what? Let's kill that. And let's just rebuild it. I don't know what was happening. Okay, McNat says, baking bread, did you start with flour, water, and yeast? So no, it's sourdough, so only water and flour. And I've been doing bread for, I don't know how many years, like it's been forever. I started baking bread, though, like it was not sourdough, when my daughter, who's now 22, was kid. Like baby kid, like 2 years old, 3 years old, something like that. And I switched to sourdough during pandemic because like we couldn't find any more yeast. And I'm baking 4 bread every week since then. So yeah. Yeah, so Keycloak is configuring is easy, up and running, nice and fast, but I want a user to be able to select a tenant. Oh yeah, it's true, you're running multi-tenant stuff. A different permission. It's possible, yeah, it's possible. You're going to share with the class, right? You're talking about the bread. It will be hard, but I can share a picture if you want. Okay, let's try again if the app is better now. So let's create Kevin again. Let's go with a great axe. Let's take that hideout doublet. No idea what it is. Let's go with the mental whip just because. Okay. Selecting Kevin, great. So maybe, oh, the lobby is this weird thingy. That's a weird lobby, but do we want to restart? It's a lobby. Let's start with that. It's just ugly lobby. Anyone know about Enshrouded, the game? One Lion is here. Hello, hello. With the way you are saying baking bread, just sound like Breaking Bad. Baking bread. Baking bread. Je fais du pain. Calice. Breaking Bad. And I realized they are an anagram of each other. No, really? Oh, that's cool. Anagrams are funny. Okay, so let's see if like how the well, yeah, like there's tons of streamer here, so let's do a shout out at least to let's go with One Lion first, and then I will go TBD. Boom. Just because you are closer to the chat box. So One Lion, if you don't know him, he does a lot of streaming. Very, very nice. Always take the times to chat, explain stuff, focusing on a lot on the databases, kind of like interaction and stuff like that. And today on Friday, it's a community day. So doing a lot of very interesting stuff. Go follow him if you don't already. And the other one, here it is. I've been chatting with him and I should have done a shout out right at the beginning and I forgot. That's how bad I am. Whoops. TBD Gamer. Very boring stream, but nevertheless, nice guy, so you should follow him. Awesome developer, building different project. One is a tool for streamer, helping us managing our stream and stuff like that, so looking forward to try it. Also very nice streamer Dunning. So both stream talk about .NET stuff, both take a lot of time answering questions and things like that, so and they're nice guys. As you can see, because I'm joking saying their stream more borings. I wouldn't do that if I didn't think they would laugh. And maybe TBD is not there, so like, whoops. Oh yeah, you had like a great stream this week. Cool. Okay, so we are supposed to be able to one thing also, like right now, see, like we like those buttons should be disabled. I think like the edit button we shouldn't be able to edit this room, because if I try, we'll have an error. So like that's one thing also we need to okay. Yeah, I'm sure. Are you both working together? I know like you're like one of each other's stream, but are you on working on at the same company? Or maybe you don't want to answer. Feel free to dodge that question, One Lion. Pick a door. So let's go to the north. So building that room. So this is how the works. The rules of the game. So you roll the first run to determine the dimension. So let's roll it. Oh, and then like when we hit double, we roll again. So that will make like a bigger room. So wow, that will be like an 8x6 big room. So interesting. So now that we determine the size of the room, what was that? We need to determine the number of exits. So we roll 1d6 and there will be no other room. So unfortunately for us, let's cancel because it's useless for us. We cannot move the door. So, and let's try again. We want multiple doors because that's what we're trying to do, right? Nope. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. 1 9. Okay, so let's roll again. So now I will bear corridor. Okay, let's try it. 4x1, and let's hopefully. Okay, 2 doors, 2 exits. So hopefully that works correctly for us. And it's a corridor, so there's no description. So like it's a dungeon made of corridor. Interesting. So this is, oh yeah, there was 2 other doors, so that's a total of 3. Okay, so we entered by this door, right? We could move that door if we want. Like, let me go bigger. So we enter by this door. We could move it to the left or to the right, or we can move this door, the north door, and like bring it closer. So let's move the door, the north door, the door at the top. Let's move it, and yeah, let's try that first. Oops. Okay, now it's fixed. Okay, so edit the room. So I want to move the north door. So right now the position on the wall is a 4th. So can I move it right? Yes. And that's one of the problem. I shouldn't, right? Because now I moved the door outside the room. It shouldn't be possible, right? Oh, it could be cool to have like a slider. Do I want that instead of the button? I think it might be, could be cool to have a slider. So like you don't have to validate, it will be like kind of validate by the UI. So then I could move left. And here, like, so I still can go out. But let's say I want to move it at position 2. So like it's facing the other door. If I save, now the 2 doors are facing. So it works, but it will be cool to have some kind of validation or having a slider. I think having a slider will be neat because then like you're feeling like you're really moving it. So we'll have 2 slider. That could be cool, right? So like a slider this way or a slider that way. Oh, let's go validate if it's possible. Let's stop the app. And let's go check if I'm using FluentUI Blazor as a component set. If you don't know, it's a very great UI set of components. Very interesting. Let's go component. I'm calling it the slider. I'm not sure if it's the proper way. So let's go. So look like maybe there's no slider. Maybe it's not the proper way. Or maybe it's in the form input. Sliders. Yeah, so I think this could be cool instead. Can I have one vertical? I can have one vertical. Oh yeah, we're definitely doing that. Right? So like, yeah, well, like that's what I assume, but you know, sometime could have been, I don't know. I think it's sliders, but it could have been something else. Oh, I can toggle the oh, I could toggle the orientation. That's even better. I can search. Really? That works? Oh yeah. Is it new? Whoops. Well, that's wonderful. I need to tell Denis and oh, I always forgot one of those names the other day. Oh, red time again. I'll get back to you in a few. Not too long. Not too. I'm coming back. I'm coming back. Here I am. Here I am. I promised you a picture, so that's why it was a little bit. Wow, does that look good? That's the red. Those two closer, those are the one I just pop out of the event, and the others are the one earlier. Num, num, num. Okay. Well, those were my reds. I don't know. Yeah, it's Denny and who are those two guys? Vincent. I think I always mix because I call him Vincent, and in my head it's Vincent, so it's always kind of like he got two first name, and I'm always, that's why I always kind of like, not always, the other day it was Denis I was looking, but yeah, so I should tell them the one thing I wish was a bit easier is when you're looking for let's say an icon. Did they make it a little bit easier? I just wish I could see more. Like, I only see this. I wish I could see more of it. Like, there's a lot of them. I wish I could see like a full page or something like that. Because sometime, like the other day, I was looking for an icon, and I think it was login, and there was nothing, and I was like, okay, like lock and door, and like I was trying, but like, and at some point I was like, I wish I could just like go and like look at them. Well, I like this one, like fit with like my app, and that will make sense or something like that. So, but yeah. That's the only thing on that website. I didn't know about the search engine, the search at the top. So thank you, Online. I don't know if it's been there for a long time. Yes, that's why I had the that's why I have four bread, was because like what we do is I will slice them and then froze them. So in the morning you just take 2 slices and grill them if you want. If you don't want them grilled, then you could just like take 2 slices, put them in a plastic bag in the evening just before the bed, so the next morning they are unfrozen and you could eat them and they're still fresh and moist and everything. Okay, so I think you know what, like I'm going with this. I think that will be cool. So fluent slider, so there's the label, excellent orientation. So we could have, instead of having 2 sets and blah 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 and hiding, just like orientation, that would be cool. And then the min, the max, the steps, and the bind value. That looks simple enough, right? I like that. Oh, and then there's position. Not sure I want position though. I mean, do I want position? I don't think I want position. I kept it just in case someone would ask. This is the bread. Should I put it floating in the corner? Okay, you know. So that was another picture of those one. Maybe I should put it in the corner here and continue to work today. Okay, if someone land on the bread, let's move it under the target. If you land on the brand, I'll mail you one. No. Well, I will have to send a bread to Jeff. Wonderful. No, it's I'm not using yeast. It's sourdough. So the way sourdough works is you just I will put the picture. I will keep the picture somewhere. The way sourdough works is like you mix flour and water, and you keep it temperature, room temperature, and in every day you kind of like remove a lot of it, add more water in flour, so it kind of like develop its own kind of like stuff in it, so it's bubbling. So you do that, and that's called a starter. So the way it works for me, because I do bread every week, I don't want to keep like spending flour every day, so I slow or kind of like even stop the process, so it's never stop by putting my starter once you have like a live starter. What I do is I put it in the fridge. So like I put it in the fridge. It's not completely closed because you still want air to change, though, like it's not open, but it's not hermetic. And then like what I do is one night before I will take this out and then drop most of it, add water and flour. The next morning I prep my levain. So I take part of that starter, put it in the bowl, add water and flour, wait kind of like a few hours, and the rest of the starter I put it back in the fridge for the week after. So it, I always have, so it's the same starter that I did back in 2020. So like once you have that, you wait, it will double in terms of size, and then you have your levain. So you just add flour, this, water, a little bit of salt. You need the salt, and you mix it, and that's how you start doing your bread. And then like you have to do it. And I could, like, if I wake up super early, I could do that and bake it the same day. But because I don't want to be forced to do that, what I do is like I start my process, and usually it's ready to, okay, it could be cooked like late night or something like that. And also because I don't control my room temperature, right? So I could accelerate this stuff by make it warmer or more humid and stuff like that. But I'm not a bakery. So once the bread are kind of like, they're ready for their final raise, I think it's called in English. I put them in a plastic bag to keep the humidity inside, and then put them in the freezer. So the next morning I could just get them out of the freezer, slice them. That's why you have like or score them. I think that's the proper word. That's why you see those score, but it doesn't always work. As you can see here, I did 2 that didn't work. I don't understand this word. Oh, the sourdough? Was it? Is it what you mean, the sourdough, that you didn't understand, McNett? So sourdough is like you're not using yeast. So it's just you're fermenting water and flour. So it's easier to digest. And it's like it's the only bread that doesn't give stomach trouble, like to my wife, because I like the flour is bio, like there's no chemical, there's no agent, there's no sugar, there's flour, water, and 30 grams of salt for bread. And like it's close to 2 pounds of flour. So they're good heavy bread. Okay. Yeah, sour. Sourdough? Sourdough. Maybe I'm not saying it correctly. It's totally possible. Okay, so let's go into the code and break everything, because everything was working. So let's break it. But I think it will be more interesting to have than like those buttons. Yeah. So let's put that into comments. Did I? Oh. Let's go here. Let's take a slider. Hey, Cullen. Oh. I know your face, but I'm not sure about your name. Like you're I think I know you are. I should click your name, right? And it will bring me to your channel. Yeah. Bonjour mon ami, ça va bien? So let me do a shout out though, even if you're shout out to, I don't know even say your name, Culin Studio. He's a French guy doing stream coding, doing a lot of like 3Ds, is building games, learning. Very interesting. If you understand French, if you don't understand French and like the music is good. And yeah, found his stream a few weeks ago, what months even ago, right? It's been a while. And yeah, I like listening to what he's doing. Okay, so let's oh yeah, now I have that because I did the shout out. How many times will I have to copy paste this line? Okay, so now we have it. We have our slider. Label will be what? Move the door. Yeah, move the door. I don't know. Orientation, that would be cool. We'll create a variable for that. The min and the max, I think we'll also have a variable for that. So we'll set that as wall min. What do you think? It sounds weird, huh? And I don't like wall min position, feel a little bit long. Yeah. You know what? Let's be clear. I like clear. And this will be the max. Cool. Step, I think it's 1. I'm not sure I want step. I was saying that I don't think there is a need for that. And final position. So I think we just need the selected position. Right? No, I think, no, let's go with the final. Oh, I think, did I needed the, it was just value, right? So let's go with final position. So we could reset it, and I will remove the step. So orientation and those two values, let's create them here. So we don't need that anymore. Let's just put them in comma. This, we still need it. So let's create the variable we need. Oh, I guess it's 1 though. Oh, let's put 0 so we know they are not null, but that will be like the 0 value. Oh, I can make it bigger. No, I just realized it was a bit tiny. So yeah, let's put 0 because it's not a possible position, but it's not null. So we'll know it's not initialized yet. And the other one we need was orientation, right? Yes. And I'm sorry, Colin, if I continue to speak in English. I can read French, but like those are the rule, non-scripted rule of this channel, where like I continue to speak in English. I could do some stuff in French, but then I need to repeat in English. So, je peux parler en français. I can speak in French, but I need to repeat everything in English. So I need to repeat everything in English. Pour éviter ceci, for avoiding that, what I do is I read French. So if you're more comfortable writing French, and answer in English. Pour éviter ceci, ce que je fais, c'est que je peux lire les questions en français, mais je réponds en anglais. Pour éviter de tout répéter 2 fois. Oh. Yeah, so orientation now, it's kind of like confusing with the orientation of the other one. So maybe we need a slider orientation. So it's not orientation of the door like now, like because there's 4. So let's go slider orientation. Does that make sense? Yeah. Yeah, I could add the third language. In fact, the fun fact, when I went to Paris, on my way back, so at the end of my trip, I was in the taxi or Uber or whatever, and I was going to the airport, and there was a woman driving me, and I was talking to her in French, and like I think I was in Paris for like a week or something like that, like a full week. I had no issue with no one asking me to repeat stuff or everything. I think I'm being very careful when I speak publicly or to people who are not used to like my accent and stuff like that, to try to remove my accent. I know I still have one, but you know, I try to minimize it, not use localized expression and stuff like that. Anyway, so I was in the taxi and she was asking me, where do you go? So I say to Quebec and like Montreal, and so, oh, okay, so like you're bilingual. And I was like, what? Like, she assumed I know English because I live in Montreal, and I was like, why do you say that? Say like you speak French and Québécois, and I was like, what? No, so Québécois is French. So then I'm speaking 3 languages now. I speak French, Québécois, and English. And on my way from the airport to my hotel, the taxi driver couldn't speak French, so I was forced to speak English to him. And like he addressed me in English. And I was like, I tried first to answer back in French, and he looked at me and was like, English. I was like, okay. That was weird. What's Skyrime Wook? What? What's that language? Is it like a Klingon thing? Is it like a geeky stuff? What's this? Wookie? No, I had no issue at all with people in France. I did like a meetup at the. I went like so during the day. I was like at like it was Ignite the Tour, so it was like a big Microsoft event, and I had like 2 or 3 talks there. I had like a lot of one-on-one. They put me for I think it was for an hour and a half to meet people, and I was like, oh, that will be long. I was expecting to be sitting alone and like just like, you know, like in a big event, like where the hub where like all the little booths and stuff. And I was like sitting there and I was like, oh, I'm sure it will be long, like just looking people pass and whatever. And no, it was back to back to back. I had a big lineup of people wanted to talk to me and stuff like that. It passed just like this, met a lot of people, and like some people came pick me up. It's okay, we need to go now to drive you to like the meetup tonight. So I went to a meetup. I don't remember where it was. Did a meetup, and like one of the thing I was saying was like, okay, if you don't understand something, please raise your hand. I will repeat 20 times. We'll figure out different words to say what I'm saying, but like I want you to understand. So if you ever not sure how to I'm saying something and like you're not sure like exactly what I mean, ask me, because and that's the hardest thing when I speak English. Like I'm getting better now, so I'm more fluent. But when I do presentation in French, there's a lot of different French. And so like there's a French here in Quebec, and there's the French like in Africa, like so many different country and variation of the French. And there's the French in Belgium, there's a French in Switzerland, there's a French in France. And it's French, but there's words that are different, even in technical terms. So here, even if I speak French, I will say cloud. In theory, if I'm writing it, or like if it's an official stuff, I need to say info nuagique, because that's the proper way. That was the French way. And l'Office de langue française, so like the official language guardian can back to me. But if I say that in France, they were like, what? And they don't say cloud either. For them, they say cloud. So they take the word and they say it with a French accent. So it's always hard to find the sweet spot when I'm talking, like doing a YouTube video or something like that in French. It's like, so I'm most of the time say like 2 variation of the same word that I know could be different. But like, so it's so sometimes presenting in French, even if it's my native language, it's harder than English. And also because I'm used to do it in English. So like all the terms in English are in my head. So like I need to translate them. But I think it's important. So I still do a lot of French content. So your French must be really bad, McNett. You know, that's what I do when I like, I really appreciate. And that's the way if you travel ever in Quebec or Montreal or something like that. If you want the best service ever, do your best, even if it's awful, do your best in French. You go to order a coffee, try your best to say, je voudrais un café, s'il vous plaît. And it will sound probably like Wookiee style. The person will most likely still understand what you mean, or if not, switch automatically in English for you and serve you in English. It will be super nice. Our English, or that person English may not be the best, so you need to slow it down, but you have like a perfect service. If you get in a coffee shop and you speak straight away in English, if you get an English people in front of you, like meaning like if the barista is English people, they will continue in English. But if they are French, they will most likely just say what until you try something in French. So yeah, just give it a try and then you can switch in English after. Yeah, accents are funny. Well, yeah. I live in Canada. I'm based in around Montreal. So I say Montreal. It's easier for everybody because Montreal is a very well-known city, just like Paris and New York and like Amsterdam and those cities. But yeah. Well, yeah, but McNet, like if you don't practice, like I decided to learn English, I think I was 30, 35 when not study. Like I study English at school when I was a kid, like everybody else, but then like you don't practice. And like you're not exposed to English. Like I live like it was only French people around. And from time to time when I was working in a Photoshop or something like that, like, you know, as cashier, at some point there was an English client who was like, okay, it's 250 or something like that, or whatever. Like, so just tell the number and like the change and like, or the bathroom. Okay, it's in that direction, and try to go super minimalistic English. And then decide, you know what, let's try to write in English and code in English, like speak in English and stuff like that. So I decided to be a little bit more legit. In fact, we were talking earlier with One Lion about Prison Break. That's when I decided to learn English, because I tried to listen to the show in English and I was unable to understand. And back then also was a hero that was playing, and Dr. Suresh with his Indian accent was really, really hard. So I switched back to cartoon for like, let's say 1 year. And when I got better, I watched Breaking Bad and those things. Yeah, Breaking Bad. But now I speak English. And at some point I decided, you know what, let's go take a job in Ontario. So like it will be only English. And then Prison Break. Oh yeah, but it was Prison Break, I think. Well, all those shows were like in the first things I watch in English, but I remember I needed to put the volume louder and like kind of like be focused. And sometimes I was like, I didn't understand. Rewind, I didn't understand. Yeah. Well, it was nice to see you, Colin. I'm still streaming about an hour, and after that, I'll probably try to go out kayak or biking or something, because they announce a lot of rain during the weekend, so we'll try to enjoy it. But it was nice seeing you, and yeah, if you understand bits of French, you should definitely follow his channel. Okay, so we have that. Oh yeah, so now, okay, slider orientation, I have that. So now when did I answer all the stuff in the chat? Yeah. Yeah, Prison Break, practice, went skiing, yeah. Yeah, practicing is yeah. And now that's why I only watch TV in English. Well, only like if the thing was done in French, then I'm watching it in French. Read English also. That was hard. That was a hard transition. All good, one lion. Okay, cool. So save on select change. Did we not have like an init? On initialize, we didn't do anything? Oh no, because we don't know. On initialization, we shouldn't do anything. It's when we say we pick a, okay. Yeah, so we don't know yet. So we could still make it. Just thinking, so content exit by default, I think none was used, right? So we could decide to put this here. And I will keep that here just because I'm not sure if I will need to have that. But here what we could do is a div and we'll have his detail hidden. We'll create that. And we want it hidden at the beginning. Cool. So that way, when we get on that, we don't see the initial position. Like when we did try earlier today, I saw it was like 4 to 4, and it was like kind of weird because we didn't do anything. So now until we pick a door, we won't see those things. Oh yeah, I think it was 0, 0 or whatever. Okay, so that's good. So now when we pick this, so we'll get no, on change was selected exit on change, right? So in this, on this we need to change it. Yes, okay. So we can put that in. So when it's north, when the direction is north or south, the orientation, so it's slider orientation, should be horizontal, right? Because if the direction is north, then it means it's on the east to west, so horizontal wall. It's, why make it so hard for me today? Okay, and if it's this, then it should be vertical. Okay, so now we have the orientation. We have the initial and final position. We need the min and the max. So for that, okay, cool. It will be direction, no. Well, maybe it's not the exit. Oh, that would be fun. Yeah. Oh, that would be fun. Okay, so I need to put, so the min is always 1. The max whoop. One, two, three. X. Okay, now it's working. So the max will have to do that during the selection, because depending if it's vertical or horizontal, well, we need to take the width or the height of the stuff. So if it's, oh, that would be fun. So if we need the horizontal, so I need the width, I'm guessing. Hopefully I did it correctly. And if it's this, it will be the height. And the final thing will be set details hidden to false. Yeah. Yeah, McNet. I was using the I'm still using the Fluent stack. You mean here? Yeah, I could. I'll probably do. Because now probably they will be side by side, I guess. To cheat, let's put BR. Oh, I use the stack everywhere. Just I know that sometime, like with the editor, I think it's the interpreter, though. There wasn't a recent update in the .NET, no, not .NET, the dev, I forgot what it, C# dev tool. I think the problem was like in VS Code, the thing that validate like was confused with that. So I think, yeah, well, like, yeah, Copilot has more no experience with div, because like every language use div, and Blazor, and like that framework, that FluentUI framework, there's like two flavor. There's the Fluent from JavaScript, there's the Fluent from Blazor. So like, you know, it's a subset and a subset and subset. So yeah, unfortunately, yeah. Well, I think, I'm not sure if there's like a, not a MCP, but like, I'm not sure if they're not working on something. Okay, so I think we have something. If we're lucky, we did everything correctly, and it will just work. Should we try it? I think we try it. So we don't have any position steps. I think it was steps. Let's F5 it, see if it works. C# dev kit, thank you. Yeah, sometimes like it shows error and there's not really, but it's getting better, right, GTSum? I mean, it was like there's a lot of technology for like that little editor. I feel today it's much better than it used to be. I have in my tools, I have the tool that TBD use. Where is it? Rider. It felt more robust to understand all those things, but I was happy to use, because I'm on Linux. I didn't have like the proper Visual Studio. Oh, not the proper, because VS Code is good, but I mean like the bigger Visual Studio. And I was happy to just give feedback. Got raid! Is it Surge? Surge HW is raiding with a party of 5. Welcome aboard, raiders. Welcome. Why do I have this error? Welcome. Welcome. I'm Frank Boucher, your host. We're working on a game today. So working on this game here. So it's a dice and paper game, and we build kind of like a digital version of it. It's an open source project. It's called 2D6 Dungeon App. I'll put the link in the description without the stuff. Let's put it here. Da-da-da-da. Some alert sounds are just super delayed. I'm not sure why. How was your stream? What did you work on? How do you pronounce your name? Is it Surge? Surge, it's HW? Surge somewhere? Schwer? I don't know what to do with the... Surge is good? Cool. So what was your stream about? Welcome aboard. Happy that you found my stream. So and like when we are working today on fixing one of the issue that we had, and we were talking bread also today. So when we draw the map, so on dice and paper, you decide where you put your doors, but on this digital version, to simplify the game, the doors are put randomly. But sometimes you get here when like this room in white, you're trying to position it on your map. So you create it and then like you want to put it and it doesn't match, right? Because this room will overlap that room. So what we had functionality was to be able to move a door. And we were initially doing it with buttons, but now we just decided to use slider like this. So we did all the code, and now it's the first time. We'll give it a try. So is it working? So let's pick a door. So this is our lobby. So let's go take the north door. Let's explore over there. So now we roll the dice. Oh, that's cool. That will be a big room. Excellent. So 5 by 6, and let's hopefully have multiple doors. Just another one. Okay, that's fine. And the definition, cool. So the room is 5 by 6, excluding the door used. There's another one. Perfect, because we need one. Empty box and T-chess fill the space, and we learned last stream was T-chess was little wood box used for tea. There's also sacks and bags. So done. So this is our door, our room, and our door is here. And so we should have like a vertical slider, and this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and this should be position 6. Stream was awesome, says Zerd. Finish up some issue with my AI control panel I built. Oh, cool. Basically made my own AI buddy who love making fun of me. You make your own jerk? That's cool. Here we have a CB for CloudBot. He's tracking our score, so you could play the game by saying exclamation point drop and try to land on that target. It's totally randomness, though it's super hard. That game was created by Instafluff. And oh, look like I will be landing. Yeah. So CB is tracking our scores, and at the end we see the result, and like we have some statistics, how many times you try and stuff like that. That's cool. And Serge, what language are you using for coding your stuff? I'm assuming it's C# since you raid my channel, but it could be something else, right? Okay, so let's edit that room. So this is the white room. Yeah, that's a chaotic. Well, when I'm dropping, that like there's like I forgot like C# and WinUI. Oh, cool, wonderful. WinUI. Yeah, so all those digital friends. I usually don't say but because it sounds like but because of my accent. So that's why I say digital friends or a robot or stuff like that. So that if you say, why he's not saying but? Because it sounds like B-U-T-T instead of B-O-T. So like all our digital friends are created by SurdyDev. And like a lot of time when I'm dropping, there's a lot of them dropping with me. So it's chaotic, but then there's a lot of people lending also. Writing nothing, I saw YouTube that put C# performance behind JavaScript and Python. What? What? A YouTube short? That doesn't make any sense. How he was calculating his stuff. That doesn't make any sense. JavaScript and Python are interpret code. Well, depending on which context. Like if he was trying to do stuff, I don't know, in Excel and or like, I don't know, but I feel weird. I'm sure he had like a good reason to put that, or maybe it was just to like to shock people. Yeah, so you got, well, if I prefer doing video with less views, right? I do video with like less views, but that in time, you know, when I do video, like they don't have a lot of views. Well, like it used to be better, but now I'm just like restarting. So like people are not expecting that. But because I'm saying something through and I'm really helping it grow and it get more views, right? And even if like it's been 2 years or like this video was 4 years ago, it's continued to have a lot of views coming in because those are real. Like don't do the security by yourself. Why I say, hey, how to use a Azure Active Directory, 14,000 views. When I started, this video was not popular because it's not sexy, it's not controversial, but it's really helping. I prefer doing that than doing like one video that's like super trending and then like nothing else. And in French, the same thing. In French, it was even worse when I started doing video in French. My video, oh, that not too bad. But this one is about AI. It's recent, 2 months ago. I should do more though. But like, see, like I was talking with like another MVP, and like we were talking about a bunch of a little bit niche stuff. And here, like talking with another MVP, I did video about Docker, things like that. But when I did video about how to learn Azure, then like have hundreds of thousands of views. And those are videos that are like an hour long. Or they are. It's been a while, so. But they are. Oh, they were live? Oh yeah, they were live. It's true, I did it live. So you know, 87,000 views for a video that is an hour long, because I'm playing the long game. I'm not doing it to be famous anyway. Yeah. Well, so when I did start playing with Azure, there was only two services. It was web role and worker role. That was the only thing possible to do. There was no VM, no database, no nothing. It's been a while I've been doing Azure though. But it's cool. Okay, so let's edit the room. Cool, so as expected, so see, like there's a west door and there's the south door, sorry for that. So we have the south and the west, and we don't see the detail. So now we want to move the door that is at the west, and now we have our vertical slider, and the door is position 1 of 1. And I cannot move it. Oh no! Three of 3. Okay, so we'll have the door is stuck. I cannot move it. It's kind of expected, no? I wish I could, like when you're doing renovation. Oh, you know what? I want this door there. You just like take it and slide it. That would be nice. I will like, though my wife will make me paint a lot more. I think. Okay, so I think we need the steps. I mean, we need to, we'll have to do the step. Try doing it with the microphone. Just because something was clickbait doesn't make yeah, exactly. Okay, so look like we will need those slider label, or maybe we just need the okay, let's read. Maybe I forgot something. So we should definitely put what is happening? What's that? A like, but from who? From Serge. Thank you, Serge. That was right into my face. Well, like I say, yeah, showing the screen. Thank you for the is that called a follow? Always mix the, thank you for the, I think it's a follow. Thank you for the like. For that heart. Okay, so I thought because like I didn't want to create this, but I feel like we'll need that. Stream element is like 5 seconds, even more, 30 seconds delayed. I love that. Now I know, but if for a little while I was like, what's happening? And I couldn't see anything new, like on the alerts and stuff. And I was like, well, like, what do I miss? Oh, have a good weekend, Zerge. Okay, so I feel like so maybe we need to put the step 1 Did we kept the step one? I think we didn't, right? Yeah, I removed. So one thing we could do is maybe add it back. Maybe we could do that. And if by the beauty of Dooms Aspire, we can stop our client, recompile it, build, and just see if this help. Otherwise, we'll have to do loop and like add child. That will be interesting. That will be interesting. Okay, let's restart it. And let's refresh. Oh no, I shouldn't have refresh. Oh yeah, I have no choice. Okay, so let's pick a door. Let's go north, open, roll the dice, a corridor. I don't want a corridor. Pick a door, north, open. Again, a corridor. Okay, it won't be a 6x2 is good. Okay, please, a few doors. Just one door. Okay, fine. Okay, cool. So if the space has been used with dump rubbish and stone pile of two blah, 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 blah. So now we have a room here. So oh, that should be easy. So if we try to move the door at the west, at the east, we should have like position 1 and 2. That should be easy. And here, like it's at the 3rd position. So if I do edit room, if I take the south, it's in the middle. 3 of 3. Oh yeah, like, oh no, from 3 to 3. Yeah, it didn't move. Can we move it now? Oh yeah, okay, so now we could move it. Cool. And if I go east, so it's from its position 1, and we could move it to position 2. Oh yeah, yeah. In my mind, I thought the door was at the bottom. So it looked like it's working perfectly. So if I want to do this, oh, I forgot to make it so we can save. Ah, damn it! I forgot that thing. Cool. Well, it's working. That's cool. I like it better than our buttons. What do you think, chat? I think it's cool. We just need to be able to. Yeah, I like it a lot. So I'm removing the previous code. Okay, we don't need this. We don't need that. Oh. Okay, so it was on the move exit was oh, now I remove everything. So let's roll back a little bit. So yeah, so when you click on the button, move exit was the action. Okay. So What do we have? So, okay. So like, well, we need to adapt. And then the problem that why we didn't have the button is this, because like we need to toggle the primary button. And like, it was working, right? It was changing the position from like one to something else. I wonder, what do we have here in terms of action or like events? Vertical slider. I'm guessing I will have to thumbs. What's thumbs? What thumbs means? Oh, we can have like a nice little what thumbs? What states? Oh, it could be disable, enable. Okay, it's disable. Okay, cool. But what's thumb? Custom label and thumb are hidden on the label. Oh, no marks? Is it what it means? The one thing that could be cool if we put a custom slider, the fluent icon, I'll definitely put a door. Slot thumb. I'm not sure I understand what thumbs mean. Is it those little marks? Autofocus, child, disable. Placeholder, read only, required steps. No, steps is get or set the slider step value. Oh, okay, cool. Expression. It's usually mean one of your digits on your hand, isn't a finger. So like those little marks under it. Like with custom thumbs and custom labels and thumbs are hidden. Yeah, okay. So like here there's a star, here it's a clock, but there's no like labels and stuff. Okay. I don't know. I feel like thumbs tick or whatever. Like in the code they say it's the slider label. So you're too kind, one lion. Okay, event callback, value change. You could do that, value change. And call the, yeah. So move exit. In fact, it would be better if we could say exit moved. And I guess what's the like it's the value get or set the callback to update the bound value. Yeah. So now it will be a hint and it will be new position, I guess. Exit moved. 1D, please. So now what we could do is here, blah, 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 I could do this and equal and this, right? Though, then was it scribbly? The component parameter value change has been used one or more time. Yeah, because I use bind, right? No, it's just like there's a way to say like I'm always confused with that, and like I don't know why I'm still confused with that, because you could do like bind or bind value, and if when you do bind value, you have automatically an event that is on change. So I could just do like bind like this, and then it won't complain about here, and I could do something like this probably. And it would work, I think. There's a like when you know you don't want too much, you could just like bind value and it automatically triggers stuff. Let's give it a try. I feel like if by doing so I'm breaking stuff. Or if I keep the bind value, then I can change. I think there's an implicit. I'm always confused with that. Okay, so what we want now is to adapt this. So when the exit move, this is the new position. So there's no switch anymore. So it's position on the wall equal new position. There's no switch. Final position is the new position. I could have done like a equal, but like let's put it this way, and we toggle the button, so now we should be able to save. But let's give it a try. Yeah, well, after the value change, I want to toggle this to like you know the is dirty that we use often. Like I'm using that, so if you didn't change anything, you cannot save, so you cancel. And on the other side, well, because the dialog was cancel, I don't try to do anything, so it saved me a lot of validations. Yeah. Yeah. But I wonder if I create that function. I think if I create that function, like for me in the code, it was value or final position. What was it? I wonder if I create that callback, if it will be called automatically. I should know. I use that in like everywhere in the code, but every time I'm like, oh, what is it again? And I feel like I need to teach myself every time. I'm not perfect. See, I forgot stuff. Okay, let's pick a door. Let's go north. Let's open. Let's roll. It's a corridor. Let's try something else. Let's go north. Open a door. And we crash. Oh, damn it. Let's reroll. Okay, let's pick a door. Let's go north. Okay, cool. We have a door. Please make a few rooms too. Plenty of doors. Excellent. Cool. So we have this And the callback will be private for the method. You said 30. Yeah. I think if I use bind dash value, I think it's kind of creating automatically that callback, but I don't know if I can override it, so, or like expand it to like add code in it. I'm not sure if like both exist. So like, if you don't need anything, it's just like let the UI do its thing. Like you could use bind value. And if you use bind, then like you need to do everything manually. I'm not sure. Like that's always kind of, I feel like there's an overlap. I think it is. And sometimes I use one, sometimes I use the other. Yeah, that's why. Okay, so let's play with the door at the north. So it's right now at 2. We could move it 1. So position is 2. Now it's 1. Let's put a breakpoint in our function. I don't think it happens because, yeah. Okay. So if I do bind value, so it looked like this didn't work. If I do bind dash value, I think if I name my variable final position value change, I think it will be called automatically. Let's try that. I usually end up using the blur event when I need to do this. You can set up any parameter in a component as two-way binding just by following the pattern I mentioned earlier message. The type of that parameter could be a model. Yeah, I think that's confusing. And unfortunately, one line, like because of the chat, the way it's all jam-packed, it's not extremely clear. I know your explanation are usually extremely clear, but right now I'm struggling understanding it because of the chat, because of Twitch, not because of you. And I'm sure you understand what I mean. Let me rewrite it. So bind some parameter. Syntax is created combination. Yeah, so you think this will be, yeah, format, yeah, no kidding. So is that will be called automatically? Let's give it a try. So it look like, because we change everything, look like we won't be able to talk about the to make the Context menu moving, follow. Load adventure, Kevin. Pick a door. Let's go with the door at the north. Let's roll. Cool. Big room, excellent. How many doors? Plenty of doors. Excellent, excellent, excellent. And the door. Let's move. Cool. So let's move the door at the top. So edit room, the north door. So 1 to 1 from yeah, we'll have to rewrite that and like position it carefully. But now if I move it, it's not called. I'm doing something wrong. Okay, and let's make this. I don't like scrolling that much. Oh, I have this now. That's why that wasn't there before. Okay, let's move this. Let's move you there. Cool. Let's. Okay. Ding ding ding. Okay, so now it's a little bit easier to read. So we have this bind value, and now if I would like to add, it was the unchange. What was it again? Value change, event callback. Oh, so it's not the bind, it's the value. So now I could do that. Whoa, whoa, whoa. No, I want this. Oh, I want exit move. Should have read the message. It's an event callback. Oh, it needs to be an have like a object. I forgot what it is. And I had it in my previous version, I think. Oh, it's okay, let's I think I need to use the I was upstairs. Yeah. Is it object? So you need to use the @ symbol to bind the value change event to the exit move. Accept. Do I need to put the parentheses? I need to say object here. I feel it's not what I want. if you over the value parameter, cannot convert a Microsoft component event callback to a Microsoft ASP.NET Core event callback int. Yeah, that's the event callback thing that there's a parameter, and I forgot the type. Oh, though I think I'm using it in a here, change event argument. I guess it's that, like, that's exactly what it's expecting kind of thing. See here, I did a bind value and I did an unchange. So can I do the same thing? If I do bind value and unchange. So we're still running, so let's just recompile. Did I stop it though? I didn't. Let's do it. I think I won't. Yeah, let's restart it. When I screw it up like that. And we'll need anyway to create a new room. Mostly out of water. Come. We'll get there. We'll get there. Okay, load the adventure. This adventure. Pick a door. North. Ding. Roll the dice. A corridor. As long as there's a door. Oh, like that's a dead end. Okay, please put. Okay, now we have doors. At least. Okay, so now we have doors. Let's try to move the door at the south. So if we take the south door, if I move it here, it's still not triggered. Damn it. Oh, okay. I think I see. So here the event was called onChange, and here it was called value change. So if I'm opening here, the previous one was a Fluent Radio group. So if I go in radio group, open that in a different tab, and I go for the callback at the end, bloop, event callback. Oh no, it's value change. Value change. Interesting. What? So I'm, what? I don't understand. Did I remove my breakpoint? No, breakpoint is not even there. Oh man. Void. That's also a void. Yeah, indeed. Like it is the same thing. Like here, like private void selected exit unchanged, but like that's, I name it like this. And change event argument value. And here it's the same private void, different name, and same thing. And if we look the way I initialize them, here it's like bind value, and then this, and unchange, and blah. So here it's like the at is there for both, and there also for both. There's no double quote. So if I come here, say bind value, just like before, at, unchange, at. And there's no parentheses. There's no parentheses. Yeah. Well, it's working there. And even like the highlighting is okay. But see here, one line, it's selected exit key was the bind value, and the unchanged was selected exit unchange. Like it was working in the UI, but it's just the event is never called. Oh man. You want me to remove the like that? I feel that's wrong. Like remove the at on both sides, or value change instead of unchange, because it was called value change. I can try that. So you say like this and like that. It's complaining now. So it says the value change is used 2 or more times in this component. Parameter must be unique and case sensitive. Component parameter value change is generated by the bind value. So it's this is called. So it says that the component parameter is used. Oh, what? Copilot, can you help me with that? You know what? See, small a little bit, but let's highlight this. Open the chat. Let's try this. Edit. So the at bind value generate a hidden value change. Yeah. How can I? Yes, it does, right? But how can I use it? Or maybe I shouldn't. So I should be just like value. Wait. Did it change something? There's no error anymore? What? The one thing I don't like about VS Code is when you build like this, like there's no, it's not colorful, so you don't know if there's error. When I do the build, I see there's error. So right now it's probably just a refresh. So we still have the, oh wow, that's a, had a huge bug in my on my screen. I had code bug and I had like a real physical bug. So yeah. Okay, so the error is just there. It's just like the VS Code is in a, I don't know the word in English, in the Lumba, whatever. Wow, I'm confused with that. I worked that so many times. Should be trivial. I feel like there's something in my face I don't see. So if can I just do value then? Yeah, I have value. So I could use just value and use value change. That should work, right? Let's reload the window. I think that's what I did. So I will use value to set the value, and then I will have value change to get triggered. And by reloading it, hopefully we fix the problem we had where the compiler was lost. Components dialog, edit room dialog. Okay, we don't know if it works. No, how do I? Yeah. Let's cd into the source directory. No. Converting method group to a non-delegate object. Do I need to do the, I think that's what I was doing before, where I had like parentheses and like you're calling a method. So let's try to fix it here with Copilot. I think it's like parentheses and then like you execute the code. So it's like delegate. It removed the at. Let's see if it works. Otherwise, I could do like at and like call that function also, like parentheses and parentheses, like kind of a lambda to delegate whatever. I think that's what I was doing in the code. If we look into Dungeon, if we look at this and we go into the code, web client, component, dialog, edit room dialog. I think that's what I was doing here. The onClick could do that too. But I was doing that because I wanted to pass a specific value for the parameter. And because now I'm just like, whatever is the value, pass it. That's why I was not doing it manually. Okay, come on. Okay, enter the room. Let's move this. We're still not. The event is still not triggered. Well, okay, so we could do this, right? In fact, we could do this. New position, like this. So we don't need that line. And here, where is it? I could do what I was saying, say value change, and then we'll do like this, and do blah, blah. Call that thing. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Space. Then pass value. Not sure. Like this. And I'm missing like another parentheses. But it's not value, maybe it's context. No? What is the thing I'm trying? Supposed to be trivial. And I'm sure once we know it, it's like, oh yeah, this. Oh yeah, of course I need to pass it first. Studios. Will that work? Well, yeah. Thank you, One Lion. Have a good day. Have a good weekend. I may catch your stream later today, but like I said previously, I think I will enjoy outside today, depending on like if the weather stay nice, because we're expecting like a lot of rain and thunderstorm. But for today until late, apparently just like 10% rain, not thunderstorm. So maybe I will go kayak. It's not too hot and everything. Okay, so we have no. I'm never annoyed by you. Don't worry. What's that mess? What's that mess? Oh man. What's that? Refresh. Let's try again. Okay, so we have a door, a room. Let's try to move. Oh, I have plenty of door. Let's try to move this door on the east, on the west. So west. So now if I do this, yeah, so it's not triggering. And now this is not changing either. So we really broke it now. Okay, let's pause. So it was bind value we use, right? So bind provide an expression on an attribute and a change event based on the naming of binding attributes for the bind value event on change will be assigned to the current expression. To assign a delegate that attempt to set the value on unchanged attribute. What? Yeah, okay, so we have the same. So value change doesn't like it. So I feel like, how do I know? My problem is like this. Does the function, should it be like final position on value change? Let's try that. So this here will be this, and then underscore, and then value change. It was saying it was case sensitive, so now it's exactly the same. Yeah. So I could remove this. Now it's all working. It compiled, but will it works? Maybe before I think I didn't do the underscore. Maybe that's the problem. Feel like I'm close. It should be trivial, and like there's something confused me. And I did stream where we spent entire stream thinking about that. Pick a door, north, ding, bing. Cool, cool. Okay. I should. Oh man, I'm tired. Pick a door. North. Open. What? Now you're crashing all the time? No, you're really stuck. Okay, let's go here. Let's go hardcore. Load an adventure. Kevin. Yeah, pick a door. North. Okay. Cool. Please. Okay, we have one door. Fine. What it is, what I'm not understanding. Okay, what can I do? I can check the code I did elsewhere. I did some unclick. I did unchange. Maybe I could do unchange. So I should go value here, you say? And then I do this. Right, that's what you say? It's an int. So, like, do you think this should be int? Can give it a try. I mean, in fact, I could comment this and just use a new position instead. I mean, we can try that for sure. Happy with all that? The only thing I don't like here is see like how this is kind of like yellow, 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 white. Why this is white? No, it's green. Why it's, you know, that's the only thing that I feel is weird. But I know my UI should be complaining, so build flake. Build flare. Flake failure. Let's clear. Let's build to see a proper error message. Cannot convert from method. Yeah, so it doesn't like that. So let's keep the parameter I how it was here. Let's try to recompile again. Clear. So one error. What? The type of argument of the method. What? Create fluent slider, parameter, string, out, orientation, value. You can remove the add value from the Fluent user definition. But no, I don't want. The type. What is that? Oh, interesting. T-type could be blah, blah, blah. Remove value, just check it. Okay, let me just reload. But if I use value, I can put capital V maybe? Because I need to bind it. I need to set the value in. Yeah, no. I'm sure it's simpler than that. Value expression, no. Yeah, value is. So that should work. cannot convert a method group. To Microsoft component event callback. I need to do that? No. Cannot convert a method group to blah 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 blah. Should I do this? No. What's a method group? Okay, one thing we can do is go back to this. Remove that. Right. So now the final position is always available. And so we don't have to do that. Although we had to put the new position. Oh, man. Okay, so one thing we can do is when we click to get out, we just do that. We assign it. And another thing is here, when we create that, the primary enable, let's make it true. So it doesn't need to be set. Well, work around for now. And then I'll understand because whatever. There's something obvious we don't see, like it's very well established library of components, so it's clearly something like I don't see. I don't want to confuse even more people with it. Okay, so we picked North, open it, 2d6, cool. How many doors? A lot of doors, perfect. Tiny little room, but we can move still. So if we move the door to the north, so I could move this. If I save, it didn't move. Are we calling that? Yeah. Yeah, that's the one thing I know, Magnet, that there's like the two-way binding and there's like the manual way bending. So right now I am two-way binding, right? That's two-way binding, or we agree on that. So I assign final position, and when the component edit final position should be updated. So when I click the button to save async, is that set somewhere? I should get the value, but for some reason I don't. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I understand, but I'm always confusing about like how to do it, like the. But yeah, I think you get it, Magnet. I don't. Well, I understand what you're saying, but when I'm trying to do it, there's always something that doesn't. It's not perfect, and I use that everywhere in the code. So like you will see like 10,000 variation on the same theme. Okay, so where is it? Open a new room dialog. No, it's not a new room, it's an edit. Where is it? Move a room. Edit. Okay. Yeah, so why? So if I edit a room, so let's move this and let's make it to 2. So now position is 2. If I save, it's false. Okay, cool. So jump, jump, boom. Next room, exit. We move door this, and position on the wall is still 1. Let's have a look to your stuff. After? After? That's a thing? Oh, sorry, it's super tiny. So one line, like, this is legit? Because that's what I want. Or here it's value and value change. We did try that. Is it what? Oh, really? I never used that. Really? Okay, let's try that. So let's put this, wait a second. No, false, right? Yeah, exactly, false. We don't want it enable. So now we had bind value, final position, that's good. And now we want bind value after and exit move, like that. And here it's this, and there's no parameter because final position of, no man, that's me thinking English, final position. Am I understanding correctly? Yeah. Yeah. Well, like in my head, like exit moved is kind of like, it makes sense, but like sometime like it's better to have the underscore, so blah blah blah. But okay, you know what? I like that, and I didn't know about the underscore. Not the underscore, the column after. Let's have a look. The other one I like was this, but I feel we did try it and it was not working. We'll see. Load. Pick a door. North. Open. Being corridor again. Okay, so let's move the north door. North door. So if we move it to 2. Oh, you're awesome, man. Yay. So now, if I save it, of course, everything is working now. Wonderful, wonderful. It is wonderful, Colin. Okay, cool. So now let's edit the room. North. Let's move it to the end. It's there. Yay, it's working. I should. Thank you. For my benefit, is there a way I could have said it earlier? Well, like sharing the code was the best way. I could have, I did that long time ago, but it didn't pop in my mind. At some point I was like, oh, how could I make it so like you could share? And I could have like and knowing you and Lion, I could have like done the share session thing. Like you could have like write a version in the code so like you could benefit. I could have done that because I know you. Well, I know you. Well, I know you. We never met, but I know you enough to like do this type of thing. But that was clear, honestly. It was the formatting before in the chat that was kind of like odd thing, and I was assuming that you didn't know. Like I assuming that was made up, the column after. So that was on me. I thought like that didn't exist. That was not a thing. But man, I will use that all the time now. This is super clear for me. This is, yeah, I don't know why I didn't catch that was a thing. And that, I think we tried it. But maybe when we did run it, the parameter was not int. And we were about to try it with MechNet. I forgot. Like, we try so many different things. But like, thank you, Chad. That's why I like to live code. It's fun. We, you know, we're better together. Cool. So now we could move it. Boop, 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 boop. So now we don't need validation because you cannot move the door where it can't. Having a little notification could be better instead of having this position. Oh, and we need an icon. But I've been streaming an hour extra today. So I think I will leave it there for now. But one thing that could be cool is add some steps. Putting an icon. Put an icon, that will be easy. We saw that in the let's stop this. We saw it in the here. There was an example with icons where I was here. I just need to do this. Oh, and slot thumbs, and I have that automatically. Let's try. Is it? Really like that. If it's this, oh, I need to be in the other one. Maybe we'll fix everything one shot. One line, one more line. Let me do one more line. Oh, it's an icon. Wait, what? Oh, really? Interesting. So I do this. And I do that. And it's a door. So thumb is a thing. Where thumb is defined. Slot thumb. I feel like it needs to be that. I wish it could be like, hey, just like generate child automatically. I don't want to loop and create like a like for each position until from 0 to max position, create like loop, and I could, but I wish. Let's try this. I just don't understand what's this. There's a lot I don't understand when you think about it. Jamming. Like, why come? There's no reference of that. I don't get what it does. Maybe it's just kind of like I would like to avoid to write this. But I could do it for a little for each. I mean, it's a corridor. Is it? Yeah, it's ugly, but okay, so cool. So one thing we could do, let's stop this one. So here the color should be fill or something. Accent maybe, or fill. Let's go fill. Not sure what slot mean. And one thing we can do is do a for each. No, for. I don't know, for. Yeah, for wall position. Okay. No. By one. Well, I could just do plus plus, right? And then that's not called a tick, but it's called this. And then position. And then, okay. Yeah, always start from, I mean, I don't need to set a variable, so start from one. Yeah, like why introduce like an extra variable? So that's what I want. I didn't want to do that, but we could. So let's recompile this one. Okay, one lion, cool. You said I did try that other one. Like, no, I'm happy to honestly to have learned that after stuff. Okay, so let's load an adventure. Let's go, Kevin, pick a door. Let's go north, roll, big room, please. Oh, that's not bad. Cool. Plenty of fun here. Great. Let's move this door, the door to the west. So now it's position 1. It could go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So to the west. 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6. Huh, what's wrong? And the door is not great. So I guess it's fill and invert. And why it's 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6. Oh, because it changed? So if I move it to the middle, it did work. So it's just the layout. Okay, so maybe I need then to do something like to string. Feel wrong doing that though, but if I do, I guess I could do label, I think. There was a label, right? Yeah, let's do that. Do this. And if I go here, I think there was a label. Hide mark. No, I want the mark. Is there like a label? Okay, if I do this, will I see the number? Did I stop it? Yes, let's recompile. Oh, I forgot to change something. So we have the tick, but we don't have the values. Okay. So let's stop again. So here I need invert. Fill invert, I think. And here I want the other control, so I want this version. Yeah. Oh, and now I want the value. But if I put I, it put the variable, so I want the value of it. Oh. So if I do I, it keep this. So I thought I could be doing toString, but it seems to don't like that, right? And here I'm not in the good subfolder. Okay, so now if I do .NET build, do you like that? Oh, you like that? Okay, so I could do. So why did? Or maybe I had parentheses before. Why was not working? So it's build. So now we could just restart it. Okay, so let's refresh this. Pick a door, go north. Oh, damn it, damn it, damn it. Come on. Okay, so we have this. So the door is still weird. And we still don't have, oh, maybe I, did it build? But let's stop and restart it. I feel sometime when like I do too much back and forward, it doesn't like it. Oh, was it an error? Did you get an error? No, the UI. Okay, so yeah, okay, didn't compile. Ah. Cannot convert to string. Can I do this? Yeah, I did that earlier and it was complaining about something, but now it's working. Okay, cool. Before it was complaining about something and I thought like it was missing a semicolon, but I'm guessing it's the our favorite editor that was kind of like being already in a weekend mode, I'm guessing. What else? What else could it be? Come on. Okay. So 7. So it's not working. And the door is still not how I would like it to be. So I will go fix that, but like, why? Is it me? How do I get the value? Like when I'm doing the loop, if it's 1, I want 1. Slider mode, get or set the selection mode. Orientation, placeholder, required step, value. Let's go here, let's go door. So I want the door. So if I say neutral, it's like this. Is there one? I thought fill accent, it's blue. I thought fill So fill is white. Fill inverse was black. Ah. Maybe it's not a good idea to have like a... to have it with an icon. Yeah, here you see it's on top. Or maybe it's the slot. I don't understand. Maybe if I don't specify the oops, color, accent, that's what I want. Maybe if I don't specify that. Okay, now the only problem we have is when I'm creating those child, position is good, but this value is always the last value. And I thought maybe I could put like label. Could I do that and just then equal and then put I here? I mean, and probably to string because now it is a string. I could be doing that, but it doesn't feel like it is. Oh yeah, good idea. Meaning here, I could put, say, var label, yeah, or pause equal I, like that, and now say pause here, or pause, no, pause, like this, and remove that. Okay. Like this. Yeah, well, I don't remember having this issue, but at the same time. Okay, so this and yeah, so now unfortunately I don't like having the door on top of it though. Like maybe I will remove the, I thought it was a cool stuff, but maybe I will remove if the door is not position higher, or like I could fill it. Like if the door was like full blue, can I, oh, maybe fill? Oh yeah, that's what I want. So I need it's the what's this? Oh, I think if I do copy, I will have what it is. It's okay, icon fill. Okay. I can't feel. Okay. So this, instead of regular, I want fill. There it is. Knew it was possible that Again, I'm doing a lot of Franglish today. That's when you know I'm getting excited, guy. I lost my English. I'm losing my English. Getting excited on like drawing an icon. That's geek. My daughter will be laughing at me. Dad, you're so geek. I know. But you know what? I like it. Okay. Give me doors. Cool. Oops. Okay, so we have 2 doors. If we pick west. Oh, that's not too bad. What do you think? It's not the greatest. Should we keep the round, or like doors? Just I feel like it doesn't help in clarity. Oh, wait a second. Wait, we had both? So that was this. That's what it does. And now, oh, I didn't stop it. Just close it. Oh, I'm absolutely crap in UX. I have no opinion here. Of course you have opinions. One lion. Of course you do. We all do. But some people are very creative and they got the way to make it so it look clear. So there was a no exit, so that's why I kind of closed before. Okay, so now we have a room. Let's go north. Ah, that's better. Doom, doom, doom. Like that. Here, it's not too bad. This, not too bad, right? Like, it's definitely clearer on the horizontal slider than vertical. And this overlap, I think I will, like, it's not pretty. I think I will just use the Fluent stack instead. Yeah, I think I like that. I mean, it's definitely geeky. Maybe it's too much. Oh, maybe I could make it bigger. Okay, 32 is not there. 24. Maybe by making it bigger, like 28. Okay, let's do that. So let's do this. Let's go and put this as a 28. And now let's, instead of that initial div, let's use a Fluent stack. Where is it? Stack. And the orientation will be vertical. Vertical. And the gap, the vertical gap will be, let's say, 5. And do I have, I think I have hidden or visibility or something like that. Otherwise, I will go style, but I thought I had. Don't I have visibility? Well, let's close this. Voila. So now I could move that slider in. Cool. So now we have our slider, and now let's move this other thing. So now the detail hidden. Let's go here. Let's go Fluent. Stack. Why was working earlier and it's not working anymore? You say it was working. Broke the page too. That's in layout. Or maybe because it's stack, not Fluent stack, probably. So it doesn't look like there's a hidden, but there's one in CSS, right? So could I could put that in a div and then control. Well, yeah, you know what? Yeah, let's do that. I could do this. Oh, it's a bit ugly though. What? Okay, let's try that. And after that, I think I will be that will be it. I think after that, we'll call it a day. I've been streaming for 3 hours and a half. It's good for me. I usually don't do that. Come on. Give me a good room with doors and everything to test. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So we have to do a room. Now let's move this. Oh, I love it. It's still not like, could be lower, I guess. So if we then take this door, oh yeah, that's, well, it could be even better. That's good. But here I will have to make the gap bigger. So why? So position, let's do 15. One thing I don't understand is here when I was looking at the slider. Oh no, okay, there's a distance. Somehow I thought they were closer. Okay, it's all good. Cool. That's it. We're done. We are done, chat. Cloudies. We are done. It was good. So let's have a look. So it was one document. Took 4 hours. That's what we wrote. This thing. And this. That's it. That's not a lot of changes. When we deleted a few lines of codes. Oh man, huh? Improve the door placement in the room editor. Place blah 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 blah. Okay, cool. Oh, we did it. We did it. That was good. Feels good. Feels really good. So yeah, I'm happy. What? Did I didn't push it? Push. I think whatever, One Lion. I think it was very nice to have you anyway. Yeah, that's cool. Oh, I'm happy. Like it was longer than I thought, but honestly, it was worth it. Whoa, that's so tiny. Or not a lot of people. Oh no, 6 viewer. Yeah, we can raid. Who's last week I think we raid Visual Studio. They are cooking. Yeah, it's the same people, so let's try something different. Yes. What's Rob is doing? Home Lab. Bennett. Kubernetes. One Lion, you're streaming? Oh, well then, no question. We're raiding Mr. One Lion. Welcome back, TBD. Oh, I should stop before doing that. I should do exclamation point, stop. No, yeah, I think it's stop. To see our stats of the day, and after that we'll go raid One Lion. TBD, earlier today I make fun of you while you were not there. I did a shout out about your channel, and and a shout out about One Lion. I said to One Lion, it was like, oh, super nice guy doing a lot of explanation, great stream. And TBD, well, the stream is boring, but like the guy is not too bad. And then after that, I joke and stuff. But and then One Lion said, oh, like TBD is in a meeting, and I was just trying to, you know, pick you to make you react. And after that, I said, your stream were awesome. So best score is Shirley Dev, excellent, with a score of 9. Biggest loser is Freda the Cat. Luckiest, Shirley Dev also, and super participant, Shirley Dev with 6 drop. Excellent. So now that this is done, we can hide it like this. No, I love your streaming. Okay, now let's do a raid. So it's slash and then raid. And then it's One Lion. Like this. I don't want to do typo. Voila. Cool. We'll have that. Yay! Excellent. So everybody, I wish you a great week. That doesn't count. Oh, it's called by mistake. Cool, it's a digital friends. So I wish you a great weekend. I will stay a few minutes with One Lion, but I think I'm going outside and kayaking because I will be sitting after this stream, standing for 3.5 hours. I think sitting in my kayak will feel good. Yes, outside, the place where the ceiling is very, very high and you cannot really turn off the light. You need to wait. Yeah, no, I need to go outside. I'm spending way too much time. For a guy not working, I'm spending way too much time in my office. So yes, so everybody have a good weekend, have fun, and I will see you next week. Bye-bye, yeah.